What is up? We are back at it in the garage with the Miata. After the last event, cleaning up the fuel map a little bit, I kind of ran into another little problem. You know, of course, every time you go to the track, something else comes up. So this is a clutch I got from a buddy. Only has like 65,000 miles on it. Yes, it's a stock OEM Miata clutch, but I only got one more event this year with the turbo Miata, so we're just gonna hope that it holds the torque. The one that's in it now is slipping quite a bit. Mid corner it'll slip. RPM goes shooting up. You straighten out. Not ideal for drifting, so we'll get that switched out. I'll kind of take you along for this little clutch endeavor here. So I'll set it up in the back and kind of go through a few steps anyways. Right off the bat, I'm going to take the exhaust off in the mid pipe. Then we're going to come in here and take the whole center piece out here with my handbrake plate. Handbrake out of the way, and then start taking all the rest of the stuff out. So I'm loosening up the exhaust right now, and then we're going to start pulling some plugs out and get it ready for dropping the trans. So yeah, we'll get to it. Condensation in the pipe from starting it earlier. I'm going to leave the glass back here. That's pretty good. Alright, now I gotta take the e-brake off, rotate. Oh, you know what? I can't rotate it, I'm on tires back here. Nice and easy. That side's nice and tight. I wonder if it's not all the way in. Well, what I'm looking at here, it's one of my axes has been making noise when I transfer, like weight transfer. It's hard to tell, I guess, but it sounds and feels like it's not all the way in. Or is this the axle that's shot? Huh, maybe I'll have to try and hammer that in a little bit. Later. Alright. Well, I got the drive shaft out. I'm gonna work on some of the little stuff underneath here. Need a light off. Not too bad in there. Alright. Should be a couple of plugs. The harness right there. That's what we're going for. I'll set this down quick, and then I think there's one or a couple right here. We're gonna pull those out. These ones should just be little bolt connectors, I think. I don't know. Doesn't really look like it, but maybe I'll have to grab a needle nose and pull on it a little bit. I don't want to break them because I need those, I think. I don't know. Gotta pull this out. It's a speed sensor. I wonder if I can just get that by hand. I'll need my vice grip for that. These ones up here though can maybe come out. I'm gonna have to set this down for a second. I don't know if I need to do it with the hand or there we go. Alright. That was those two. Those are out. I think that should be able to feed over the top. Trans to this side. Yeah. Right there. Yeah, that stays on the trans, and then they'll these two out, but it almost seems like it's one whole plug. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, that's one whole plug. We'll see. I'll grab a wrench here. Alright, so these are supposed to be bullet connectors. They were just kind of corroded in there a little bit, so we'll clean them up and I'll just put that back in and I don't lose it. You know what works better than zip ties sometimes? These things, like twisty ties, you know, at the grocery store or whatever. These are from parts and other wiring stuff, so then you can reuse them and use them again. Way better than a zip tie, because zip tie is like a one and done, so. Voila. Out of the way. You know what? I'm gonna have to pull this brace out. We'll make it easier. Time for the I don't want to mess around with fighting bolts today. Much better. That bolt right back in though. You don't lose them. Accidentally kick a bolt or something and then it's gone. Alright. Now, we'll drain the trans out. Get it a little lighter. Make sure that your fill plug can actually loosen up a little bit. Otherwise, if it can't loosen up, don't drain the fluid, you know? I drained it last fall. It's probably good that I'm giving it a little bit of a flush anyways. See what it looks like. Hopefully it's good. Everything's been shifting fine, so. Well, it's a little dark, but well, not really, I guess. It's pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't real bad. A little bit of sediment stuck on the plug, but that's what this magnetic plug is for, right? Not bad though. Kind of just a silver shimmer to it, not much crazy. I'm alright with that. Not like it's big chunks or anything. I'd be a little concerned if there was chunks in it. It's just like a dust. My interior is pretty simple. So normally you'd have a console that sits in here, a little door that can access your trunk release and your fuel tank door. I took mine out to be able to put pass-through handbrake in here. So normally you'd have a couple of screws on the side, one in the middle, probably one somewhere back there. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've had one in here. Then you're gonna get to your shifter down here. And then you'll have 4 10mm bolts in the corners. I have one of them holding my hydro mount down, along with other ones bolted in here. Obviously, it's not just one holding the hydro, but we'll take that, pull it off just enough to be able to get that boot out. I don't know if I'm going to take it all the way out, just enough so the shifter will slip through. Yeah, and then I'll check back in a minute when I got it all out of here. So because I have my hydro mounted to this plate right here, I can't really get it all the way out of here. I mean, I could probably get that rubber boot out still, but that's kind of where I'm going to set it for now until I can drop the trans, and then I'll kind of just set it back in position. I'm kind of stuck by where I have the lines. I don't want to disconnect them, then I got to bleed the whole system, and that took a little while. So I don't want to do that if I don't have to. So we're just going to leave it sit just like this. Should be fine. So now I'll go back down. I think the only things left to do now would be the transmission torque brace. Got to loosen up those bolts and then start taking the bolts off the transmission. So it's getting there. I'm moving around just a little bit. So I'm trying to get to, let's see if I can hold this together. I'm trying to get to this little guy right here. 10mm right above where the slave cylinder is. And it's kind of tight, twisted a little bit. I need to see if I can pull that back straight and then get it off. We'll see. It's easier said than done because it's kind of messed up in there. So we'll see.